Okay, I saw an article that says if you eat a large carrot a day for breakfast, that it helps your health. It reduces your cholesterol level, and I don't know, it does all. I forgot what the article said, but if you eat a carrot a day for breakfast, I guess you could probably eat it any part of the day. It helps you out. So here's my carrot. I bought a bag of carrots. Look, guys, I don't normally eat carrots too much. We should all eat more carrots. I bet you don't eat many carrots. I bet you don't. If you do, congratulations. That's a great thing. I'm going to try to eat a carrot a day. And maybe it'll take the space in my stomach of something more fatty, more bad for me. So I eat these carrots and see what happens. But anyway, here I am at the community. I made a deal with there's an HOA member that was angry because his dues went up, right? He thinks that the HOA manager increased his dues. It wasn't. It was me. I increased his dues. I increased everybody's dues, including my own. When I increase the dues on people, I have to pay it too. I'm not immune from that. All right? Everyone got a 10% increase. Why? Guys, everything's more expensive these days. We need the money. And if nobody wants to participate in the HOA, and nobody does, I'm the only owner that participates. If nobody wants to participate, then they can at least pay. And look, I can also use this carrot to emphasize my points. Okay, I can point with this carrot. So I met with this disgruntled owner. And he said a lot of stuff that I thought he was going to say. He really did. He said that, he had a lot of criticisms and he had a lot of advice, right? Criticisms and advice, right? But you know what? I told him, buddy, that's the easiest thing in the world to do, is criticize and give advice. I can do that. I can criticize anything or anyone and give advice. All right? Doing the work, showing up and doing the work and dealing with the problems, that is the hard part. That's the hard part. Right? The easiest thing in the world is to sit around, talk and say what other people should do and say what they're doing wrong. Right? And this is a guy, last time I saw him, he came to a couple meetings 10 years ago. I saw him 10 years. He says he doesn't remember me. Well, I remember him pretty clearly. Right? 10 years ago. He says he didn't come to any meetings because, one time they didn't let him in a meeting. Well, I don't know who that was. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Everyone's always been invited to all the meetings. Invited to the annual meeting and the HOA board meetings. Every member is invited, or their representative. Right? So I don't know who didn't let him come into a meeting, or if he's just making that up, or he just doesn't remember properly. He also says he didn't get invitations to the annual meetings. He didn't get any invitations. The manager they send out certified mail for that. All right? The manager does it all legal and whatnot. Everyone gets their invitations, right? And if he wasn't getting his invitations, he had 10 years to go down to the office and say, hey, is there a meeting soon? What's up? I'd like to go to a meeting. He had 10 years to do that, and he didn't do it. So I don't believe he didn't get his invitations. And I don't believe that they didn't allow him to go into a meeting. I know it wasn't me. That's for sure. So he's blaming everyone except himself for missing these meetings. You know, I tell you what, there's one person for him to blame for not coming to the HOA meetings, and that's himself. That's himself. Now, I could see maybe someone missing it for a year, not understanding for a year, but 10 years? It's been 10 years. And the only time he's showing up now is that he doesn't like the increase in the dues, right? But anyway, he's offered me his help. He's offered me his help with the community. I guess he has people that go around and do landscaping, that type of thing. We've got some vines and stuff growing over the fence. We've got some tree branches growing through the fences. We do have a vegetation issue along our fence and on top of our fence. Okay, I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. I'm fixing the big problems first. The trash, fixing the big holes in the fence, fixing the potholes, getting 2 dumpsters for the community, picking up all the broken furniture, the broken appliances, the tires. He's not complaining about seeing mountains of tires because there aren't any, because I've taken them away. So he doesn't see a lot of stuff. He doesn't know a lot of stuff because he's never come to any meetings, right? It's very hard for him to admit this. It's very hard for him to admit his fault. Anyway, I'm supposed to meet him here in about half an hour. We're going to go around with his worker and see what they can do. See what they can do for us and what price they're going to charge. I'm not putting up with any crazy prices. I'm not putting up with any crazy prices. I'm trying to calculate how much this would cost to go around and fix the fence, fix the vegetation. Let's take a walk, and I'll show you what I mean by the vegetation going over the fence. Yeah, it's pretty severe. It in a way it looks kind of nice, but I guess it's not ideal. Let me show you. Let me show you right here. This is it. See all this vegetation going down the fence line. It's just there's a lot of it, and it's all over the community. So if they could cut that back, clean it up, make it cleaner. That's what I want them to do. And it's a couple of really long streets, 2 or 3 really long streets. I don't know how much it would cost to clean all that up. How long would it take a couple guys to do the whole community? A day? 2 days? 3 days? I mean, I don't know. How much would I be willing to pay 2 guys to work out here for 2 days? If each guy makes... Look, let's be honest. These are probably guys from Mexico. I live right on the border. I don't know who his workers are, but this owner, this member, he speaks Spanish, and he gets mad when we don't speak Spanish with him, right? I mean, look, I don't ever go to Mexico and say, everyone there needs to speak English with me. I never do that. I never do that. When I'm in Mexico, I speak Spanish, right? So, I mean, some people have that attitude, and this guy does. This guy does. And I do speak Spanish with him as a courtesy. I don't have to, but it's a courtesy, whatever. But yeah, so these guys, You know, how much do you pay them? How much do you pay them? They probably want to make a couple $100 a day times 2, $400 a day times 3 days, 2 or 3 days, $1,000. What if I asked them to do it for $1,000? I just need some help with the community. I need some help. I've done a lot of work. I'm doing a lot of work. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. I'm tired. This is not my full-time job. This is not. I have another full-time job, so I have other things to do. You know, I don't just want to be here all the time. You know, working in this community. I need to catch up. I need to get ahead. So if these guys can help me, then you know, $1,000. What do you think? Should be 1,000? Less? More? I don't know. You'd have to know. You'd have to see it for yourself to know. Anyway, guys, carrot. Eat yourself a carrot every day and see what happens. That's what I'm gonna do. I hope I can keep it up. Carrot every day. See what happens. And see what happens with this owner here. All right, and I'm gonna charge the community like $50 for me being the contractor on this. You know, for me setting this up. You know, here I am waiting for them. I worked all night at my regular job. Here I am waiting for them. I have to negotiate with them. I have to take them out. I have to supervise them. I'm going to charge the community like $50 for my services. All right. Plus whatever these guys charge. But like I said, they want to charge too much. There's no deal. There's no deal. So he's going to have to think about that. All right, guys. Take care.